This is Mark the Meerkat suffering in for Des at the Broad Market Review for February 25th, 2015. So what kind of a market was it today? Ho-hum. It was a ho-hum market today. After this big run-up, the market had all kinds of excuses to turn around on us, but look at these numbers. It didn't. It was just a ho-hum day. S&P down just a point. Just by a fraction, so failed to make a new all-time high. The Dow did go up by 15 points, so it is a new all-time high for the Dow. The Nasdaq here, down just a fraction, so it missed having 11 straight up days in a row, just by less than a point. And the Russell, a new all-time highs on that. It was up a whole 1.1 points. And bank, though, it was actually down here, just a fraction, 0.1 thing. Again, neutral day on Wall Street. The VIX ended up going up just a fraction, just by 1% here. It's only at 13.8. The commodities here, we had a big surge in oil, but it's still in the range. This 45 to 55 range has been in here now. It seems to have establishing. It's still inside of that area. And that's all we have on the numbers here. So let's take a look here at the markets, the S&P 500 daily chart here. And we've got that running up here, just its all-time highs. And let's take a look here at what some possible resistances might be. If we're just going to stall here for a little while, that's perfectly fine. The market's got to get used to the new altitude. And we've got this potential line here coming up here that it could approach real quickly here around the 2130 area. Possible line of resistance coming up above. And as long as we're staying above these exponential moving averages, as Des talked about yesterday, this is the 13 EMA and this is the 8 EMA, we should be doing all right. It could pull back and to the 20, but not unusual, and you're sitting here at all-time highs and very extended. The Dow Jones Industrials again here at all-time highs, and again it too has a possible line of resistance right about up at this area at the 18,300 area. Nasdaq, after 10 days straight up, it did pull back just slightly here, and we are getting very close to the all-time highs from almost 15 years ago to this date that it hit it right up here at the 5132 area. That's when the big huge bubble was back in 2000. So it's resting here a little bit, and that's okay. New altitude for it. But this is a whole lot different than it was 15 years ago. 15 years ago it was a very hollow, massive run-up. This one, very solid earnings. These are actually companies that are making money that have driven this up in the Nasdaq. A couple of stocks of interest. Apple, after his big run up here, it did have a big pullback here today, down about 2.5%. HRL, Hormel Foods, and look at this high base here right here, and boom, that's one of them off of our Stock Picks V newsletter, so we would have been ticked into that one today. Here's McDonald's, big up day today. Look at that, up here it was up above $99 for a while there. Huge up day, ended up net at 3.8% up. And we've got another Stock Picks V newsletter here, Nike. It actually broke out yesterday, but this was a giant bull pennant that had been in, and we've been calling it for several weeks for it to break out, and finally it did. And now it's running up this way. And then another one of interest for me, I'm out of the Toledo, Ohio area, and that is First Solar. Earnings, they also announced a joint venture yesterday, kaboom, and then look at the follow-through again today, up another 7% today. Ooh, that's a good one. Well, this is Mark the Meerkat suffering. I'm going to be in for Des this week as he's on a business trip, and I just want to remind you that a boring market does not equate a bearish market. Keep those stops in place and trade well.